You wake up. You grab your phone, you scroll for just 5 minutes, suddenly it's 47 minutes later, you haven't moved, and your brain says, wow. We're terrible. We're lazy. We'll never succeed. Might as well eat cereal straight out of the box. And here's the question, what if you're not lazy at all? What if your problem isn't discipline, productivity hacks, or waking up at 5 a.m. to journal under a Himalayan salt lamp, but something much simpler? What if you're not lazy, you're just emotionally allergic to discomfort? Today we're going to talk about why your monkey brain avoids hard things like they're poisonous bananas, why that avoidance feels logical in the moment, and how you can retrain your inner monkey without turning into a productivity robot. And here's the paradox that might surprise you, the more you try to eliminate discomfort from your life, the more uncomfortable your life becomes. Let's go into the jungle. You say you want to work out. But the couch is right there. You say you want to start the business. But YouTube research feels safer. You say you want to text them back. But what if they reply with something weird and now you have to emotionally deal with it? So instead, you delay. Your monkey brain looks at the task, whether it's going to the gym, studying, applying for jobs, and it doesn't see long-term reward. It sees immediate discomfort. And monkeys are not fans of discomfort. Monkeys like bananas. Bananas are immediate. Bananas are easy. Bananas don't require emotional risk. So when you sit down to work and feel that tiny pinch of resistance, that awkward ugh feeling, your monkey hits the emergency button. Danger. This feels uncomfortable. We must escape. And what does escape look like in modern jungle life? Scrolling. Snacking. Cleaning the same desk drawer for the 4th time. Watching productivity videos instead of doing the thing. Then later, when the deadline is closer and anxiety kicks in, your monkey says, see. We're terrible. We always do this. Which is ironic, because it was the monkey who ran away in the first place. This is the cycle: discomfort avoidance, temporary relief, bigger stress, self-judgment, repeat. And you call it laziness. Part 2, Why it happens, science. Here's what's actually going on in your brain. You have 2 main players, the emotional system, think, amygdala and limbic system, and the rational system, your prefrontal cortex. The rational system is the calm, future-focused adult. The emotional system is your ancient jungle monkey. When you face a task that feels uncertain, boring, or risky, your emotional system lights up. The amygdala, which evolved to detect threats like predators, doesn't distinguish very well between tiger in bushes and awkward email you need to send. To your monkey brain, discomfort equals potential danger. Now add dopamine into the mix. Dopamine isn't just the pleasure chemical. It's the motivation and anticipation chemical. Your brain releases dopamine when it expects a reward. Scrolling, notifications, junk food, those are predictable, immediate rewards. Your brain loves predictable bananas. Hard tasks. The reward is delayed and uncertain. You might fail. You might look stupid. You might feel inadequate. That uncertainty reduces dopamine in the short term. So your brain does quick math: hard task equals discomfort plus delayed reward. Easy distraction equals comfort plus instant reward. Guess which one the monkey picks? There's even a concept called short-term mood repair. Research shows that we often procrastinate not because we're bad at time management, but because we're trying to repair our current emotional state. We don't avoid tasks. We avoid feelings. The task isn't the problem. The emotion attached to the task is. Imagine your brain as a smartphone with an overprotective security app. Every time something feels slightly uncomfortable, it pops up, warning. Potential emotional virus detected. Close tab immediately. So you close the work tab and open the Instagram tab instead. Congratulations. The virus was just mild boredom. Part 3, the deeper issue. Here's where it gets interesting. The more you avoid discomfort, the less tolerance you build for it. Your emotional immune system weakens. If your monkey never climbs trees because it's too hard, it eventually forgets how strong it is. Then even a small branch feels terrifying. This creates a dangerous illusion: I can't handle this. But the truth is, you haven't practiced handling it. Avoidance shrinks your world. You stop taking risks. You delay conversations. You don't try new things. Not because you're incapable, but because your monkey thinks discomfort equals identity threat. And here's the paradox: avoiding discomfort feels safe in the moment, but it slowly creates a life that feels more stressful, more chaotic, and more out of control. Your monkey thinks it's protecting you from a tiger. In reality, it's locking you in a cage. Part 4, Solutions, the how-to. Alright. Enough jungle diagnosis. Let's retrain the monkey. Here are practical, actionable strategies to build discomfort tolerance without turning into a productivity monk. 1. Lower the banana height, shrink the task. Your monkey panics at big trees. So don't show it the whole tree. Instead of "I'm going to work out for an hour," say, "I'm going to put on my shoes." Instead of "I'll study for 3 hours," say, "I'll read 1 page." Why it works: starting reduces emotional resistance. Once you begin, dopamine starts flowing because progress itself is rewarding. Example: tell yourself you'll clean for 2 minutes. Most of the time, you'll keep going. The monkey just needed proof that the branch wouldn't snap. 2. Practice micro-discomfort daily. Build emotional tolerance like a muscle. Take cold showers for 30 seconds. Have 1 uncomfortable conversation per week. Leave your phone in another room for an hour. Why it works: exposure therapy. When you voluntarily experience small discomforts, your brain learns, "Oh, we didn't die." Example: if sending email scares you, send 1 low-stakes email daily. Your monkey slowly stops screaming predator. 3. Name the feeling. Call the monkey out. When resistance hits, pause and label it. I'm not lazy. I'm feeling anxious. I'm not unmotivated. I'm avoiding boredom. I'm not tired. I'm afraid of failing. Why it works: research shows that labeling emotions reduces amygdala activation. It calms the emotional brain and gives control back to the rational system. You're basically telling the monkey, relax. It's not a tiger. It's a spreadsheet. 4. Use the 10-minute rule. Commit to doing the uncomfortable thing for just 10 minutes. If after 10 minutes you want to stop, you can. Why it works: the brain fears indefinite discomfort. 10 minutes feels survivable. Most of the time, momentum carries you forward. Your monkey says, "Fine. We'll climb for 10 minutes. But if a banana doesn't appear, we're out." And then, surprise! Bananas appear. 5. Reward the effort, not the outcome. After completing a hard task, give yourself a reward even if the result wasn't perfect. Why it works: you're rewiring dopamine to associate effort with reward, not just success. Example: finished a difficult study session. Watch an episode guilt-free. You're teaching your monkey that climbing trees equals bananas. 6. Redefine discomfort as growth signal. This is the mindset shift. When you feel resistance, say, "This is the edge of my comfort zone." Not, "This means I'm bad." Discomfort isn't evidence of incapability. It's evidence of expansion. Your monkey thinks shaking legs mean danger. You decide shaking legs means strength training. Part 5, the payoff. Imagine 6 months from now. You still feel discomfort, because you're human, but it doesn't control you. You start things faster. You avoid less. You recover quicker from awkward moments. You trust yourself more. That's the real reward: self-trust. When your monkey sees you repeatedly survive discomfort, it calms down. It stops screaming at every rustle in the bushes. It realizes, "Oh, we're capable." And here's the beautiful part: life doesn't become easier. You become stronger. The goal isn't to eliminate discomfort. It's to build a nervous system that can handle it. Remember the opening question. You're not lazy. Laziness implies a character flaw. What you're experiencing is a biological system trying to keep you safe from emotional pain. But you don't live in the wild jungle anymore. The predators are deadlines, awkward conversations, and creative risks. And those you can handle. Closing. So next time you feel that urge to scroll instead of start, pause. Ask yourself, is this laziness, or is my monkey just allergic to discomfort? Train the monkey. Feed it earned bananas. Let it climb. If this video helped you understand your brain a little better, hit like so the algorithm shares it with more emotionally allergic monkeys. Subscribe if you want more psychology explained without turning it into a boring lecture. And if you want deeper breakdowns and behind-the-scenes content, join the channel membership. More bananas inside. Thanks for being here. Cue jungle music.